Some things Japan has built into daily life are so thoughtful and clever that the moment you encounter them, you immediately wonder why the rest of the world hasn't done the same. Entire parks filled with vending machines selling hundreds of different products in one location. Airport baggage handlers so careful that scratched suitcases are virtually unheard of. And public toilets so clean and well equipped that using one is genuinely a better experience than most private bathrooms around the world. Japan doesn't just solve problems, it solves them so completely that you only realize how much of a problem they were the moment you leave and have to go back to doing things the old way. Today, we're counting down 15 things in Japan that instantly solve problems. Watch until the end because number 15, fresh smoothie machines available at convenience stores, is one of those ideas so simple it's surprising nobody else thought of it first. Number 1, Japan's vending machine parks. Japan has over 5 million vending machines nationwide, the highest density of any country on Earth, and in certain locations, that density becomes something else entirely. Vending machine parks are dedicated outdoor spaces where dozens or even hundreds of machines are clustered together in a single location, creating an entire retail destination built around the format. You walk through rows of machines dispensing hot meals, cold drinks, fresh food, toys, clothing, electronics, and products in categories that have no equivalent anywhere else in the world. The variety within a single park can cover more product range than a small supermarket. Hot ramen dispensed in a bowl, fresh fruit in sealed cups, regional snacks specific to the surrounding area, collectible toys, batteries, umbrellas. Japan took a convenience infrastructure that already existed at street level everywhere and concentrated it into dedicated destinations, where the sheer volume and variety of what is available becomes an experience in itself rather than simply a transaction. Number 2, luggage handling at Japanese airports. Watch luggage being loaded onto a plane at almost any airport in the world, and you will see bags thrown, dropped, and stacked with an efficiency that treats the contents as secondary to the speed of the operation. Japan handles the process differently. Japanese airport baggage handlers are trained to treat every piece of luggage as fragile regardless of how it is labeled. Bags are placed rather than thrown. Stacking follows a deliberate order. Handlers wear white gloves. The process is carried out with the same precision and care applied to every other service interaction in Japan. The outcome is measurable. Damaged luggage complaints at Japanese airports are among the lowest of any major transit hub in the world. Scratched suitcases, broken handles, and crushed contents are not accepted as an inevitable part of air travel. They are treated as a handling failure that proper training and care prevents. Japan applied its service standard to the part of the airport experience the passenger never sees and improved it anyway. Number 3, Ekiben meal boxes for train journeys. Ekiben are regional bento boxes sold exclusively at specific train stations across Japan, each one designed around the local ingredients, culinary traditions, and cultural identity of the area the station serves. The selection changes as you travel. The box available at a coastal station contains fresh seafood specific to that stretch of shoreline. An inland mountain station offers game, pickled mountain vegetables, and regional rice varieties. A city known for a specific dish sells a bento built around that dish alone. You cannot buy the box anywhere else. It is tied to that station, that region, and in some cases that specific producer who has been supplying the same platform for decades. Ekiben collecting has become a dedicated hobby in Japan, with enthusiasts planning entire rail itineraries around the stations they want to eat at. The meal is part of the journey rather than a compromise made because nothing better was available. Japan turned the train station food option into a reason to take the train. If you're enjoying this so far, go ahead and tap like. It tells YouTube you want more of Japan's clever everyday innovations. And if you love discovering things you didn't even know existed, hit subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this list. Trust me, the next ones are even smarter. Number 4, book sanitizing stations in Japanese libraries. Japanese libraries install book sanitizing machines that clean returned books before they go back onto the shelf, removing bacteria, dust, and pathogens from the cover and pages using UVC light and air circulation in a process that takes under 30 seconds per book. You return your books at the desk, they pass through the sanitizer, and they return to the shelves clean. The next person to borrow the book handles something that has been actively cleaned rather than simply sitting on a shelf since the last reader put it down. Libraries are among the most handled public spaces in any community. The same books pass through dozens of hands over their lending lifetime, sitting in bags, on public transport, on kitchen tables, and in bathrooms before returning to the shelf for the next borrower. Japan identified the hygiene gap in a public lending system and installed a machine that closes it automatically with every return. The books are cleaner. The process adds nothing to the borrower's experience except the knowledge that it happens. Number 5, Kura Sushi's fully automated dining experience. Kurasushi is a sushi restaurant chain that has removed almost every point of human interaction from the dining experience and replaced it with technology, producing a visit that is faster, more precise, and more enjoyable than a conventional restaurant in almost every measurable way. You are assigned a seat at an automated entrance terminal. Your utensils are sealed inside a compartment built into the table. You order from a touchscreen tablet at your seat. The food arrives on a dedicated conveyor belt that delivers directly to your table and stops automatically when your order reaches you. Drinks are dispensed from an automated tap system built into the seating area. When you finish, the plates are scanned, the bill is calculated automatically, and you pay at the terminal on the way out. No waiting for a waiter to notice you. No flagging someone down for the bill. No errors in the order. Japan designed a dining experience around the things that actually matter and removed every friction point from the process. Number 6. Japanese souffle pancakes. Japanese souffle pancakes are in a category of their own, and the moment you see one arrive at the table, you understand immediately that what you are looking at is something special. They are made by folding whipped egg whites into the batter, creating a volume of air within the mixture that produces a pancake roughly 3 times the height of a conventional one, with a texture that sits somewhere between a classic pancake and a freshly baked souffle. The outside sets into a thin golden crust. The inside is soft, airy, and barely holds its own weight. They are cooked to order, take around 15 minutes to prepare, and must be eaten immediately before the structure begins to deflate. You cannot rush them. You cannot take them away. You sit and you wait, and when they arrive, you eat them while they are still at their peak. Japan took a breakfast staple and engineered it into something that requires skill, patience, and timing to produce correctly. The result is worth every minute of the wait. Number 7. Floor-level baggage scales at airports. Japanese airport check-in areas position baggage scales at floor level rather than on a raised platform, so you roll your suitcase directly onto the scale without lifting it. The practical difference for anyone traveling with heavy luggage is immediate. You do not bend down to lift a bag that may weigh 20 or 30 kilograms onto a platform positioned at waist height. You roll it forward, it sits on the scale, the weight registers, and you continue. It is a design decision that requires nothing more than positioning the scale at a different height during installation. The technology is identical. The cost difference is negligible. The physical effort required from the traveler is reduced from a significant lift to no lift at all. Heavy luggage is the norm rather than the exception for most travelers. Japan positioned the scale at the level where the luggage already is, rather than requiring the person carrying it to get it somewhere else first. Number 8. Japanese toilet and washroom hygiene. Japanese public toilets are maintained to a standard that most countries reserve for private facilities. Walk into a train station, a convenience store, a park, or a highway rest stop in Japan and find a clean floor, a stocked soap dispenser, toilet paper that is always present, and a washlet toilet seat that makes the experience more comfortable than most home bathrooms in other countries provide. They are cleaned multiple times daily. The cleaning schedule is posted on the door with the time of the last inspection. Facilities are designed with materials that are easy to maintain to a high standard. The expectation from both users and operators is that a public toilet should function and present itself as well as a private one. Japan treats public washroom hygiene as infrastructure rather than as an acceptable compromise. The result is that avoiding public toilets, a survival strategy in most countries, becomes completely unnecessary. You use them without hesitation because there is no reason not to. Number 9. Cake served inside a can. Japan produces fully baked cakes sealed inside aluminum cans that are purchased at room temperature, require no refrigeration, and are ready to eat the moment you open the lid. The cakes are baked directly inside the can as part of the production process. The sealed environment preserves freshness without preservatives, beyond what the baking process itself provides. The variety covers cheesecake, chocolate cake, matcha, and seasonal flavors, each one portioned for a single serving. You peel back the lid and the cake slides out intact, properly baked, properly textured, and ready to eat from the can or transferred to a plate. No cutting, no refrigeration, no serving equipment required. It solves the specific problem of wanting a proper slice of cake in a location or situation where cake is not normally available. A hiking trail, a train journey, a desk at work. Japan took a product that previously required a bakery, a refrigerator, and a plate, and put it in a format that goes in a bag and opens anywhere. Number 10. Wheelchair accessibility in Japanese transit. Japanese public transit infrastructure treats wheelchair accessibility as a design requirement rather than a retrofit. Train platforms have designated boarding zones marked on the floor where wheelchair users position themselves and where staff know to assist. Ramps deploy automatically or are brought immediately by station staff trained specifically for the task. Gap fillers bridge the space between the platform and the carriage at the marked position. Inside carriages, designated wheelchair spaces are genuinely sized for a wheelchair rather than being a folded seat in a corridor. The spaces are respected by other passengers without being asked. Station staff are trained to assist wheelchair users through the entire journey from entry to exit, contacting the destination station ahead of arrival so that assistance is ready when the train pulls in. Japan built accessibility into the transit system at the design stage and trained the people operating it to treat it as a standard part of the service, rather than an exceptional circumstance requiring special arrangement. Number 11. Pizza vending machines. Japan operates pizza vending machines that produce a freshly prepared pizza in under 10 minutes from a machine, available at any hour without a restaurant being open, a delivery driver being available, or any human involvement in the preparation. The machine stores pre-prepared pizza dough, sauce, and toppings in temperature-controlled compartments. You select your pizza at the touchscreen, the machine assembles it, and it bakes inside an integrated oven before being dispensed in a box through the collection slot. The pizza that comes out is hot, properly cooked, and structurally a pizza in the same way that a restaurant produces one. It is not a reheated frozen product. It is assembled and baked from the point of order. Japan's vending machine culture operates on the principle that if something can be automated without compromising the output, it should be. Pizza met that standard. A machine now produces it at any hour from a box on a pavement, and the result is good enough that the comparison to a restaurant is not embarrassing. Number 12. Priority seating for pregnant women on trains. Japan's train network designates specific priority seats for pregnant women, elderly passengers, and people with disabilities, and the cultural expectation around those seats operates at a level that makes them function exactly as intended every single time. When a pregnant woman boards a carriage in Japan, the priority seat is vacated before she reaches it. No eye contact is avoided. No deliberate looking at a phone to justify not noticing. The seat is for her and the person sitting in it moves. The maternity badge system extends this further by making early pregnancy visible to other passengers before any physical sign is apparent, allowing the same response to happen during the first trimester when the need is real but invisible. Japan built the physical infrastructure of the priority seat, created the cultural expectation that makes it function, and then produced a wearable product that closes the gap between visible and invisible need. Every element of the system works together, and the result is a pregnant woman who always has somewhere to sit. Number 13. Japanese head spa arch attachment. The Japanese head spa experience uses an arch-shaped attachment that fits over the salon basin and delivers a fully reclined, fully supported head washing and scalp treatment that bears almost no resemblance to the standard backward lean over a sink that salons elsewhere consider adequate. You recline into the arch support, your head and neck are fully supported throughout, and the treatment combines warm water, scalp massage, and treatment products applied through a process designed to be as relaxing as it is effective. The arch positions your head at the correct angle for water flow without any strain on the neck or upper back. The standard salon hair wash in most countries is a brief, slightly uncomfortable process you endure before the actual appointment begins. In Japan, it is a dedicated treatment in its own right that clients book specifically. Japan looked at the part of the salon visit everyone tolerates rather than enjoys, and turned it into the part of the visit people look forward to most. Number 14. Underground bicycle parking systems. Japan's automated underground bicycle parking systems, operated under the Eco-Cycle brand, receive a bicycle at street level and store it in a mechanical underground rack within seconds, retrieving it on demand in under a minute. You insert your IC card at the ground level port, slide your bicycle into the intake slot, and the system takes over. A mechanical arm grips the bicycle and transfers it to an available slot within a cylindrical underground structure that holds over 100 bikes in the footprint of a single parking space. Collection works in reverse. You present your card, the machine locates your bicycle within the underground rack, retrieves it, and delivers it to the surface within 60 seconds. The bicycle is stored underground, out of weather, inaccessible without the registered card, completely protected from theft and vandalism, and takes zero pavement space while stored. Japan treated bicycle storage as an engineering problem, built a machine that solves every aspect of it simultaneously, and installed it beneath the streets of cities where space is too valuable to waste on a bike rack. Number 15. 7-Eleven fresh smoothie machines. Japanese 7-Eleven convenience stores operate fresh smoothie machines that blend whole fruit portions into a smoothie to order in under a minute, providing a genuinely fresh alternative to the processed drinks that fill the rest of the convenience store fridge at a comparable price point. You select your blend from the touchscreen. The machine processes a pre-portioned sealed pack of real fruit, and a fresh smoothie is dispensed into a cup. The ingredients are whole fruit rather than concentrate, juice, or flavored dairy. The nutritional content reflects that. For a convenience store product available at any hour, the quality gap between a fresh smoothie from a 7-Eleven machine and anything else dispensed from a convenience store fridge is significant enough to change what people reach for. Japan installed a machine that produces a genuinely healthy product in the same location and at the same price point as unhealthy ones, and let the quality make the argument for itself. The rest of the world is still stocking the fridge with flavored sugar water and calling it a choice. If you want to see more amazing things Japan is doing better than the rest of the world, then like and subscribe, and make sure to watch the video on your end screen. It's packed with even more problem-solving things.